It has been half a year, and this half year has felt crazy. Honestly, it's the most motivated, the most consistent I've felt in my entire life. I currently sit at 19 years old, but I feel like I'm not even at my prime yet. I haven't even reached it. I feel like with each and every new journey that I go down, with each and every video that I do, I seem to be progressing. I seem to be doing even better and better each time. I hope you can see that I've been trying. But anyways, it's been insane. I'm using a whole bunch of adjectives and right all that. This past year, I have learned so much about myself through the failure of school, through learning how to live on my own. That has been one of the major things that has changed in my life. From having a different girlfriend at the start of my year to now having a long lasting relationship going into this year, it has been crazy. I never thought I could have felt this way. I feel great. I feel so amazing. I think in general, I didn't think I would be able to get to this point. Besides that, though, I wanted to talk about one of the key points of my college experience in the last half year of my life. This half year of my life, I've been here at the University of Texas at Austin, and I have lived on my own. Yes, crazy to say, I've not lived in a dorm yet, and it's barely my first year. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, I currently reside in some apartments that have been kind of far away from campus, and that in itself has been somewhat of a struggle. It takes me about maybe an hour just to even get to class at times, and that's been really difficult, especially when I had earlier classes. I had to get there on time, and sometimes I'd be there late, sometimes I get in trouble, and it's just been a different learning curve. When I originally started working at my job, I had a lot of issues getting there on time. I would try to schedule these 8 a.m. Shifts, and I wouldn't, for the life of me, could not make it because every time I tried, I literally could not guess how bad the traffic would be here in Austin. It's actually horrific. I will genuinely show you a clip of the Austin traffic being terrible. It's actually insane. I didn't think it'd be this bad. Coming from Houston, at least we have really bad traffic, but we have like 6 or 7 lanes to maneuver and go past everywhere. I think it's just way harder over here with the constant construction. Anyways, besides that, living on my own has been insane. I don't know how I can explain it to you. It feels surreal in the sense of I don't have anybody to go to whenever I'm kind of feeling down. I guess at the end of my days, I come home and it's still, it's really silent. There's no noise, there's no nothing. I don't even have like a messed up fridge that keeps like going on in the middle of the night. It's just like silent all the time. And it kind of aches me. I come home and I look forward to nothing. I come home and I see it as just a bed to lay in. Even though I've spent so much time decorating and formulating my apartment to look nice, it's at the end of the day, none of that really matters. I guess in the grand scheme of things, I was so excited to move originally. I spent hours picking and organizing all of this random stuff to put into my apartment, and now I look at it and I'm like, wow, it looks so nice, but I don't have the time to enjoy it. And that's something that kind of eats at me. One thing that I never expected from living away from campus was how isolated I feel. I feel so alone in the scheme of like the actual community of UT itself. I felt alienated as I was an intruder when in reality I was meant to be one of them. I would show up and I wouldn't know anybody. I wouldn't be there enough to go to events, and ultimately I felt very lonely. And coincidentally, I found myself spending more time on campus than at my apartment itself. I wanted to feel so much of a sense of community. Like I was mentioning before, I put so much effort and time into the apartment that I didn't even care at that point. I just wanted to be with people. I wanted to be talking about how their experience was, how their classes are doing, how I'm doing in classes. That to me was the most important thing. I've been yapping about how my experience has been with being alone and just UT in general, but I wanted to speak about my mindset and how it shifted throughout these last 6 months. It's been really interesting, especially I mentioned a lot of failure, a lot of failure. If you've seen any of my videos before, you notice I've been talking a lot about failure, and it's because it's been a pivotal moment for me. I've felt like at the beginning of my journey here at UT, I felt untouchable in a sense. I thought college was so easy. There was no roadblocks that could stop me. I wasn't doing amazing, but I think it's just because I didn't care. I thought it was so easy, so why try? And then I hit these classes that tested me for once in my life, or not even once in my life, but maybe since high school. I haven't felt like I've been trying at all. I've been playing life on easy mode, as all the high school classes were kind of a joke to me. Then all of a sudden, I hit a roadblock and I couldn't even move forward. I couldn't even push it. I couldn't even go past it. I felt like I was literally hitting a brick wall, and I stopped immediately, stood still, and I couldn't do anything about it. I think that's one of the most important things I've ever learned. Obviously, I would have never wanted to fail in the first place, but being in that predicament, it taught me so much. It taught me I actually have to try. It taught me I need to be better. I need to be able to manage my study sessions and actually get more proactive sessions. Not only do I spend, not more time, but utilize my time correctly. Study effectively. Don't study prolonged hours, as those aren't necessarily effective. At some point, it just isn't profitable to my brain, to my memory space, my learning space. It just isn't. And that took me a long time to realize, and I didn't realize it until the very end. And that's definitely 100% my fault. But I'm so happy that I've learned it now, because I will never make that mistake again. And I feel like I talk about how failing is going to affect me in these next few semesters, but it taught me too. You spend so much time talking about how you want to be this great, successful person, then why don't you do the things that you've always wanted to do? Why don't you do the things that you've always been mentioning that you will start, but you never actually finished, or you never even started? Something like this YouTube channel, for instance, where I talk about my feelings and how I feel about certain topics, maybe give advice for people that have been in my similar situation. I wanted to do that, and I feel like in some sense I am achieving that through this. And if you do feel that way, thank you. Thank you so much for listening. All I wanted was for people to listen and understand what I've learned and maybe take something away from it. And just the mindset of it all, just being more committed, being more okay with the fact that things happen. Life itself happens, but don't become a victim of those circumstances. Take it for what it is and just move forward. Don't dwell on it too long. Don't linger in the pain. Pain is inevitable. We will eventually all go through pain. We will eventually all go through terrible events. It's inevitable. At some point, something is going to happen. It's how you bounce back from those events, how you let those things affect you. I think that's the most important part. And albeit I did a bad job, definitely at first. But that's why we learn from those things. We learn from them so we can be better and more prepared for the next time. And I definitely feel 100% more prepared in that instance. I've been dwelling a lot on the psychology of my brain and how I want to move things forward in this next upcoming year. And I think right now I don't think it's fair for me to say that I'm going to be doing a great job in the next 6 months. I think it just needs to happen. Obviously, I want that to happen. I want to be the best that I can be. And I'm saying these good things about myself, how I'm learning about these and more better with my time management, being better with actually studying better, more proactively. But in reality, I never know until it truly happens. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that all starts now. If I can stay consistent now, if I can do this now, then hopefully it will transfer over. As I've mentioned, I've been more consistent, but I didn't necessarily dwell on it. What I meant by that is, first off, creating content. Second, having a job. And then third, making sure that my body and mind are good. Not only have I been trying to look more into, I guess, like self-therapy, more keeping my mind healthy, as asking questions to it still, even though I'm in a rest period, still letting it work, revitalizing it in some sense, you could say. And my body, as in making sure that I'm okay, that I'm strong, that I'm healthy, doing exercise, doing cardio, weightlifting. That's been a big focus coming to the summer, as I didn't put any focus onto that during the semester. And I think that's a big fault, as since my body didn't feel correct, I felt in some sense I was lacking. Not only because I was lacking discipline, but also because I would just feel exhausted. I wouldn't have the energy to want to keep going in my day. I just wanted to lay down and rest all day. And I think exercising and being active just gives you a sense of energy and just wanting to go by your day. I think that's very important. And that's something that I want to keep going into this next half of the year. Man, I'm so excited to get to the rest of the year, but I know that I have to be prepared for anything that happens. And that's the part that sucks. Things in life are not predetermined. Anything can happen. Just make the best out of your situations. I want to create a community where people can be open and talk about their feelings in some senses, especially as a man, woman too. But it is mental awareness. It is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you guys ever feel like you're down on your luck or just feel like you don't have any motivation, please, please, please talk to people. You're way more important than you realize. Even if you feel like nobody is looking out for you, I promise you, your life, your ideas, they need to be heard. You need to be here. Trust me. Alright. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. Thank you so much.